Now it's time for us to test this route that we just created for the profile. And this was what we created. We said create P. And it's actually a post request. So we're just going to see this here. We check out the post request and see /4000. So we put that here. And it's going to be a post request, and it's taking some, parameters as well, as the case may be. So we're going to be making this up right here. And I think we'll have to take this off for now and bring in our own parameter that we defined. So the shortest code is that I'm not just going to be typing everything all through. So I will just go to the route that was created before now. That is the profile controller, where we are actually getting this from the user. So this is it. I think this is what we actually need to get. Right, the ideal person and the rest of them. So this is it. So we'll go back to our client and put this in our client. And for this one, of course, it's going to be, and the result that we want is that the person should be 34. And for location, we're going to put it in the JSON form. And this person is going to be in Nigeria. And it's Nigeria. Okay, that's a double quote, not a single quote, sorry. Because we said it's a string, so it requires a double quote. Then the Marito status here we created earlier, we're going to make this JSON as well. And this is going to be, let's say single, because we made it a string. Single, the type of person that you actually need, maybe a tall and handsome looking, let's just say good looking, either a male or female. And the height, maybe we want just an average height. It all depends on what the average height is for each region. So I'm just going to say 5 feet 7 inch. 5 feet, right? Okay. Sorry. So 6 feet 7 inch or 5 feet 7 inch. That would be quite tall. So the gender, so we'll just populate the gender. And I'm just going to pause the video and populate that, then we get started quickly. Okay, now this is populated. So we're just going to make this a post request. And we try this, give this a moment of truth. Let's quickly try this, hit the send. Let's see what we're getting. Okay, for reasons we are getting 404 and it's telling us there is no page called and create. But let's see on the terminal. We don't have any error on the terminal, so which means that we're not referring to the right route. So let's quickly check that out again and make sure we're referring to the right route. So this is the route, and I will call it create profile. That's the name of the route. Oh, / I forgot to put that. So / create profile. So I think that is it. Okay, so let's check that again and give it a try. So we're getting 500, which means that there is a server error. There's an error. So time to debug. And let's see where the error is actually coming from while we're debugging. So we're just going to run this and see this. It said connected to database type read property of undefined. Okay, that's the ID. You know, I told you, I said, I don't know if it is underscore ID. So I think that's a problem. You can't read that ID. So I think it's dot I there. So let's quickly do that. That's no big deal at all. So let's go to the profile and instead of underscore ID, just use dot ID. So that'll be it. And let's give it a try again. Go to our client, wait for it to come up. Yeah, it's up. And let's give it a shot again. Okay, we're still getting an error, but let's see. It's definitely not going to be that because that must have been sorted out. So we're just going to check the error, what the error is. So this is debugging. It is part of what you're going to be facing in a real life situation. So it's just saying that it cannot read property of ID. Yeah. Okay, something must be wrong somewhere. It's either I'm not accessing the request.section the way I should be able to access it. I think that's where the problem is actually coming from. So let me check that. The request.section.user, and it's not accessing it and the way it's supposed to access that. So let's check why. Is it that it's not getting it? Okay, maybe probably because I'm not logged in. So I want to check if I'm logged in. Maybe I'm not logged in. So I have to be logged in to be able to do this. So let me log in and just be sure that I'm logged in. So now I'm logged in. So I can go back to that again and try to do that. Okay. What was the create user? So let's make use of the create user and then the body here. So I think that is it. Let's try this again. And let's see. Okay. Another moment of truth. Okay. And this time we're not getting a response. And right here, we just have this big console out. So it's saying the next. So let's check out that. It's a true new error. That comes from Mongoose error. It said no longer accept a callback for save. Okay, that is, it no longer accepts a callback for save. I thought of that. I don't know why I went on to actually create that again, even when I knew that it doesn't accept that. I just wanted to test the waters and try to see if it's still the same way it was. So this is it. This is the callback. It doesn't require this callback. It doesn't require this, you know, kind of a callback function. So just save it and boom, you're good to go. So I think that is it. So we don't require that. We can do the .10 if we want any kind of response. And then, and if everything goes on well, I'm just going to do console.log. So I'm going to say console.log sources. Okay, that's all we want to do. So let's try that now. Let's save this and go back to this. Again, the client, and boom, we go. I'll wait for a moment. Yes, we go. So we can see some values of all defined, and this we're going to sort out easily. Okay, we just have to correct this. I think the issue was that because I wasn't logged in at first. So this is actually the right way to access the ID of the user. Is that okay? So we have request.section.user underscore ID, and we are good to go. So what we're actually trying to see is this. So let's test that again quickly. So the moment of truth, we enter that. So let's check the terminal. As you can see, success. It means that everything went on well. So let's go check our collection and see if that has actually has actually been saved quickly. So let's go to the profile, and here is the profile. So we're just going to refresh that quickly and see. And here we have the collection, which means that the profile has been made. So as you can see, this is